Hey, welcome into the dashboard orientation video. So in this video, we're going to take you through the actual navigation of Flowchat. So you get to know where kind of pretty much almost everything is, because obviously we can't compress everything inside of one video. But believe it or not, there are actually 3 different types of dashboards within inside of Flowchat. So the dashboard you're viewing right now, this is classed or named as the main navigation dashboard. This is where you can start syncing up your channels, adding your integrations and so much more. Then the other dashboard then is the builder dashboard. This is where you're going to spend most of your time, and we're going to cover that shortly inside of this video. That's where you're going to start building all of your automations, your flows and so much more in there. Then the other builder dashboard, the other dashboard is the actual developer dashboard itself. So if you have like an API or you want to create your own type of integrations with inside of the Flowchat framework, then you can do that there. And we have an entire series covering that inside of the developer series. So if you want to skip these beginner videos, you can go ahead straight across into the developer series and start building your own integrations and applications. Okay, so let's take a look at the actual main navigation dashboard itself then. Okay, so over to the left hand side, what you'll see is the main taskbar. So this is where you can start accessing the various different types of channels that you've actually created, whether that be an omni-channel chatbot or whether that be a dedicated Facebook or Instagram or Google or WhatsApp, whatever type of bot that you're actually creating there. And also you'll see at the top here then is the agent group chats. This is where you can set up your very own agent group chats, so all of your team then can be inside of one consolidated area where you can start chatting to each other, but we've got different videos for that anyway. So if we just depress down on here, then this is where you can access like things like analytics, the template store, the integrations. So if we open up the integrations tab here, then you'll see that all the integrations then are all listed down here. So the one you're actually looking at right now is adding in the voice SMS and also WhatsApp via like Twilio, Telenex, Media Message and so many more. You simply just go in, select and configure and connect via the API straight in there. Normally they're just an API key or a phone number and then it's synced, okay, when you're doing that type of thing, but we've got full documentation covering this anyway. And then as we come down, you'll see this is where you can select and start adding in your OpenAI account, so you can start building amazing AI chat automation. Here then we have the e-commerce, the payments, Stripe and PayPal, Calendly, all of the file data storage facilities here, from S3 storage to MongoDB, and so many more, and email marketing. So if you want to go ahead and start adding in all of your very own email marketing from SMTP, Gmail, SendGrid, MailChimp, and so many more. Live chat support, so maybe you're not using Flowchat's native website chat, maybe you're using Intercom or Front or Freshchat, then you can use those and use Flowchat's automation and AI to integrate with those directly, which is really, really cool actually, if you're using a different type of website chat for your business. Okay, and then we have the third-party applications. So we have the Zapier Make and also Pabbly, and then Google Maps, Mapbox. Coming down here, then we have things like the Facebook ads, Facebook groups, the Google Tag Manager, Slack webhooks, and so many more inside of there. Okay, so that's the kind of integrations in there. Then we have mini applications. I would have touched on this earlier. This is where ourselves and our other users create custom applications that all of our users can use, or you can keep them drafted yourself, but we cover that more inside of the actual developer series itself. Okay, so e-commerce, this is where if you're going to be using the e-commerce, this is where you can set up full stores. Okay, a full e-commerce store, you can have payments with inside of the chatbot, and quite a lot of things that can go on with inside of there. My contents then, so if you're creating pre-built templates for your specific automation flows, you can access them there. And also once you start creating developer applications, that's where you can find the applications inside of my contents. Workspace settings, we'll touch on that in a second. Here then is the help guides, so you can simply just click on the help guides here. Okay, and this will take you into our Gitbook Knowledge Hub, where you can access everything, and you can go in and search it by just typing in various different things. Okay, so everything's all documented here, so always keep an eye on this because we do update this quite regularly anyway. And also over to the left hand side is the Academy. This is where you are right now. Okay, so you're inside of the Getting Started series, watching the navigation, and you can come to the top here and take a look through all of these different types of videos and episodes that we have to help you, really master Flowchat and its use cases. And down at the bottom then we have like the billing area. Okay, so let's just take a little bit of a deeper look inside of things like the workspace settings. So inside the workspace settings then, if we just take a look at the top, we're in the profile at the minute. So in the profile then you can go ahead and add a logo of your business if you want to. So if you're screen sharing things for your specific users or whatever it may be, okay, you can go ahead and brand that there by putting your logo, and it will be added to the top left hand side here, okay, or you can just put a pretty picture of yourself. It's entirely up to you. Here then is Workspace ID. Sometimes we may ask you for your Workspace ID if we need to go in and maybe fix something so we know exactly what workspace you're working in, because you can create multiple different workspaces if you require. Okay, and also you can use the Workspace ID if you're using things like our API, so you can build some really cool development stuff using that. And if you need to find out where the Workspace ID, okay, it's just right there. Okay, so here then is the workspace name. So I'm just in Flowchat demo because obviously we're just demoing to you. Here then is your time zones. You can go ahead and select your time zone. So I'm in the UK, so I'm in Greenwich Mean Time. Okay, and then down the bottom here then is the default Flow theme. So we have different types of different layouts for when you're building your actual chatbot flows, okay, from like dark mode to different types of things, but our most popular one is actually Jelly Bean because it's nice and clear for new users to go in and navigate. But you can also change this with inside of the flows themselves. So if you're not happy with the kind of display, or you might find a different display easier to work with or easier on the eye, then you can go in and change that inside of there. So all you need to do then is simply click on update. Okay, so that's just the basics there inside the workspace settings tab. Okay, so here then is members. So if you want to add additional admins into your workspace, go ahead, add the email address, select the role from admin, member, live chat supervisor, or live chat agent. Go ahead and do that there. Agent groups. Okay, we have a complete video explaining how to use the agent groups inside of here, on how to create groups, how to assign the status to online, and there's so many settings in there. Okay, so we got a whole video for that one. Here then is the channels. So you would have seen over the left hand side then that it can be quite a lot on the eye if you're just opening this and you don't want to see all these channels. Okay, if you just want to disable the channels or just take them out of view, then I can just simply select on the ones that I don't want to see. Okay, you can come in here, let's just go there, and then just update. Okay, you'll see now that it's compressed just to the view on the channels that I want to select there. And at the bottom here then you'll see that you can actually just collapse down on the taskbar itself. Again, just ease on the eyes depending on the type of viewer that you actually are. Okay, so that's basic inside of the workspace settings. So if we come across to the very top right hand side over here, okay, you'll see another menu just display here. So here then you can set yourself away, but we've got documentation on that just to explain exactly what that is if you don't already know. Basically just set yourself away, so you're offline basically. Here then is just where you can upgrade obviously into Flowchat, and then like you've got your settings. So if we just come into like your settings, and here again then gives you an additional menu. Okay, you can see that we've already set it up as English. You can select which language you want your entire dashboard to be in. Okay, time zone, okay, and then the time format if you want it to display differently when you're using different type of things inside of the chatbot itself. Okay, so here then is like workspaces. How many workspaces do we have? Okay, security. This is where you can update your password or change your passwords if required, and also at the bottom here, if you need to enable two-factor authentication, this is where you can do that there. And if you need to find your API keys, okay, simply just come in here, name the key, okay, give, you can assign different abilities to different admins in the teams, in the flows, the workspace that you want it set up on. okay, or even down to which specific bots, okay, and here's a link there to the API documentation itself. All right, so that's pretty much all of the settings through here. So we have like API keys, quick tour, okay, you can email us here, okay, so simply just click onto there, your category, so whether it's a bug report, feature request, or billing, okay, put in your subject and message there, and you can send that over and one of the support team will be with you. And then this is quick access into our documentation or help docs if you want to go for it that way, which opens in an external tab, and also inside of the community, and at the bottom there you can go ahead and log out if required. All right, so if we just come back into the main dashboard then, okay, in here then this is on this main section here then, this will just give you just a quick general overview of how many bot users you've got in, how many active bot users, it'll tell you which plan you're on, how many bot users, how many team members, how many bots you've created, and bots by channel. So if you've created multiple channels with multiple bots, then you can quick access them here or over to the left hand side, which is entirely up to you. And at the bottom then is the video tutorial. It's exactly what you're seeing right now, but it will just open in an external browser tab. So if you want to watch the videos in a different tab instead of watching them internally, then you can go ahead and do that. Link into our community and also our help center, again, if you just want to link that out externally so you can read through the documentation instead of watching it inside or reading inside of the actual builder itself. So that's a quick dashboard orientation. In the video below this one, we're going to go through the actual builder dashboard itself, because there's no need going through that right now, because we're going to go hop straight into adding your channels and then also creating your very first flows and the flow builder navigation too. So we'll see you in those videos.